Hello and welcome to Bendy, a podcast about being flexible in all the ways that means. Thanks for joining us. My name is Andy Young and I'm one of your streamlined, disentangled hosts. Joining me as always is our other streamlined and disentangled host, Beth Martin. Beth, a pleasure as always. What's the crack?
I don't think I'm either of those things, but you're so kind. I needed to hear some nice words.
Right?
Thank you.
We're working on it. We're on a path to it, Beth.
We are.
Right?
We are. Every week is like one step forward and then 6 days go by and I manage to go 6 steps back.
Yeah. That's the standard human progress, right? I think, honestly, yeah.
So I'm back from Mexico, and I had a the biggest stem cell dose I've had before. It's just like an IV in your arm, so it's not like, I don't mean to make it sound, but it's like I was in a hospital. I should send you the picture. I took a photo of like my IV in my arm and like Tijuana in the background.
It's just occurred to me now. It's a very American thing to do. Give me the biggest shot.
I know.
Stem cells.
Well, it's like I was like, what? Like they'd give me a price for like 100 million, which is like a little. It's like 2 vials, right? It's not like. And they've got this machine, and it just like does like an IV drip in your arm. And it's always fun to like go across I love going across the border, like walking across. And now I have like global entry. I have the Century Pass, so it's like I get to the fast lane, and it's just like I fly through, right? Yeah. And now the doctor like picks me up at the border where you like walk out, that crazy place with the taxis and everything.
Yep.
And he drives me there. He takes me up. He gives me the meds. He takes me down. Drives me back to the border. So it's like it's easy, right? But yeah.
What is the amount of time then, the round trip? If you like, how long are you in Mexico essentially?
This time maybe 2 hours.
Okay, wow.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's a fast turnaround. Yeah.
It's like a 2-minute drive from the border. It's like right there.
Yep.
I think that's their business model, right? Make it easy. So yeah, I mean, I went and now I had like a really, really bad migraine on Friday. I was telling Andy off pod that like, I was like praying to God to save me. I was bargaining.
I love it.
Yeah. And I'm still like in recovery and it's fine. It's just like, it's a lot. And I'm trying to get out of town next week and I just want to feel better. And I just feel like, for anyone that's listening that has chronic health issues, I know I complain about this all the time, but like, I feel you. I'm sorry. Like, we'll all get these things that happen at some point. So if you want to bitch to me and complain, send me a message to Bendy, and I'm happy to listen and not. Yeah, I'm just happy to listen because you're so kind and you've like, well, Andy listens. So I feel like I need to return the favor to other people.
Fair.
So, yeah.
I'm just hoping that you get a resolution for this soon.
Yeah.
Makes you feel better and more comfortable.
Yeah. And it's like I had a good run, and it's just like I want to be good for. I want to be good for like taking my daughter to New York City in September. Yes. That's my goal.
Okay, I like it. That sounds good.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to aim for.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. I like to keep people guessing there.
I
know. All right, what have we done since the last 6 weeks? You said, so I've started a new D&D campaign.
Ooh.
It's really whimsical. Which I'm really kind of loving.
How many people?
There are 3, so there are 4 including me. Okay. So I'm the DM, and there are 3 people playing.
That's probably like the perfect size.
It's the ideal number, I think. I think 4 is definitely workable, and I enjoy 4 too. But anything beyond that is too much, in my opinion. And just to kind of keep everybody engaged and everybody enjoying themselves. So the kind of first sort of area of this campaign is this kind of carnival that is from the Feywild. The Feywild is like the kind of realm of fairies and magic, kind of in D&D.
Oh.
And this festival arrives every 8 years. So there's a variety of insane things that they can do at this festival. The first thing they did was go to this pixie kingdom, and got shrunk down to pixie size, played with the pixies, had lots of lovely conversations with them. There was a tiny Ferris wheel that was run by a hamster called Biscuit, which could talk, and there was a pug called Pinecone that you could go and ride.
Those are perfect names for a hamster and a pug. Did you create the names?
No.
Okay, I was like, you're like, this is...
Good God, if only Biscuit's perfect, but I really had a lot of fun with that, because the hamster was awakened and kept like talking to them. It was really chatty. Then the pixie that ran the thing was called Jeremy Plum as well. So many of these made me so happy, but they were also like forcing me. They were meeting new pixies and forcing me to come up with names all the time, and I was like, I don't know. So just fishing things out of my brain in that realm, you know. But it's just lovely, and it's a nice one because this is a pre-written campaign. I had planned to put something together myself, but I kind of sat down and started doing this, and I'm like,
I don't have time.
This is insanity. Yeah. I'm not even close to having the time to do this, and I can't take something else on. So I just said to them, shall we just buy something pre-written? And like, it's still a lot of work. It's like reading the book, figuring out how I'm going to play the stuff, how to run it is still quite a bit to do, but it's significantly less, you know. So
does it cost money?
You buy these beautiful. Do I have it here? You buy these beautiful like hardback books. Hold on.
Gotcha.
No,
it's fine. Like we bought.
It's literally just for you.
Oh, okay. So we got we got the pre-written for like kids, but I think it's like the kids are too big or little. Sorry.
Yeah, because you tried Honey Heist and stuff, didn't you?
And they love Honey Heist. They love Honey Heist.
Yeah, no, like the books are like, you know, maybe like $30 for like a beautiful hardback, hardback book. You know, and it's really nice. And it's got like a big map of the carnival and everything in it. It's really beautiful. As I say, I was going to show it to Beth, but I was like, it's an audio medium, Andy.
Right.
I can show it to Beth off pod. Okay. I also, in a similar realm, finally finished. I've been playing you maybe have heard of Ticket to Ride?
Yeah.
The board game? Yep. Yeah, okay. So it's pretty famous, and there has been a run over the past, I would say 10 years or so now, possibly longer, of like legacy games. So these pre-existing games will essentially have a campaign built into them. And it's a whole different, you know, it's a whole different game, and they kind of build as they go. Some of these things work for me, some of them don't. This one didn't really. It was subtraction by addition, if that makes sense. It just kept adding more shit in, and it was like it's getting further and further away from what I love about that game, and as a result I was just like, yeah, by the end of it I was like, so happy it was over. So what I decided was the prize for winning, the winner got to take the box out of my house, or they got to watch me like dunk the box into the trash can or bin immediately.
What
they decided to.
I was going to say, what did they pick?
They picked taking.
They're not litter bugs. That's good.
They're not litter bugs, and I mean, like, I would have felt bad about this, but I was like, I'm so tired of having this thing in my house. It's massive, and I don't have space for my games already, so I don't have the space.
You don't have space.
No, I don't have space, and I keep buying more fucking games. I haven't bought loads. I don't buy as many as I used to, but I bought one just a week ago. So, actually, I'm going to play it. It's something that you might enjoy, because I know you've been looking for co-op games.
Yes.
It's called Marvel Champions.
Ooh.
And you play as Marvel superheroes, and you're building like decks to fight against enemies. I haven't played it yet. I don't know how complicated it's going to be.
Let me know.
But it might be a good one to play with the kids.
Okay. So, let me know. You know I'm always. It's like I can only play. I don't know. It's like I feel like we didn't really get into board games until like I don't know, last year because of you probably. Well, no, it was maybe because of you when you came to visit.
Oh, because yeah.
And you took us to the board game store. So this is like a story from pre-podcast, but like Andy came to visit us in Oregon. We went to the Guardian store, which is like this big gaming store in Portland, and like he let the kids run around, and he was like, we're getting you this, we're getting you this, we're getting you this, and so we still have all those. They love Rhino Hero.
Nice. Good. Yeah, Rhino Hero rocks. So that was the other thing. So the other thing that I have been doing, and I finally figured it out. I don't know if I've talked about it on here, but I have started rocking. Do you know what rocking
I have
is?
no idea.
Okay, so rocking is a term for essentially weighted walks. So what I have bought is a weighted vest.
Mm-hmm.
It has compartments for up to 20 kilograms, which I think is roughly about 44 pounds of weight.
Mm-hmm.
I have. I got the vest. I have 10 kilograms of weight.
Is it like military? Does it look like a military vest?
No, so this is there's a whole world of this shit,
Okay.
and I find it so fascinating. Right, so there are. Go on.
I live in military land, right? So
Yeah.
I see people wrecking all the time. I just didn't know there was a word for it. In like the 100-degree heat.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently it is a great way, especially in the heat, to lose weight and stuff, because it's apparently like it can provide the cardio. So the cardio benefits of running without the high impact.
That's good.
Side of it. So like, you know, it's just and also because like what I was thinking is I want ways to build cardio in, but I don't have a ton of time. But I walk a lot, so why not just wear this vest for that?
Yeah, and then you don't have to run.
There are two, exactly. Yeah, also very true. There are two different types, right? And this. I can't remember what the name. I think mine's like adaptive or whatever, and basically it has like lots of little compartments, so you can just kind of build up as you go. The other type are tactical vests, and you can slide plates in, and it's just fucking tactical vests. I don't understand what the tactics there are, but whatever. It's like I remember years ago seeing a thing, I believe on Twitter at the time. Again, this was years ago, and it was an advertisement for. It was a website that provided masculine baby equipment. So, say for example, a nappy bag, but it was camo. The message above it was, "Fellas, quick question: is it gay to meet a woman, have sex with her, and have children again?" You know, just to take the piss out of it. You know, but so yeah. Anyway,
this is a whole. I love it when. Okay, so your girlfriend sent me this video of this seagull competition in like Belgium, where people dress up like seagulls and they make seagull sounds, and whoever like sounds like a seagull the best, they win. And it's like I may have to forward this to you. I thought maybe she'd send it to you. It's fucking hilarious.
I don't think so.
It's so fucking funny. So it's just like there are all these little worlds that I don't know exist, right? That I agree. I'm like, how do you get into seagull cawing? And like people went so all out. Like this lady's dressed up like a fucking bird and it's just like
I mean, I'm as long as they're not getting hurt, they're not hurting anybody else, I'm here for any weird shit you want to get into, enjoy yourself. And it's always so fascinating, like you say, to learn about these kind of worlds.
I was hoping you were like, I got one that's got Pokemon on it or something.
No, God, no. I should start putting silly stickers on it, because that is the one major thing, is that you do look like an insane person in it, like especially in this country. So that's my only concern. So I do have like a rain jacket I'm going to wear over it, and hopefully I don't look too crazy, but we'll see how it goes. I don't. My honest thought is that I don't really give that much of a shit. My larger concern is that it will invite people to think they can have conversations with me, and they can't have conversations with me. I don't want to talk to you.
You just need to learn how to sign like. I'm not comfortable talking right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's just like this,
yeah,
isn't it?
Exactly. And you just gave the finger.
Yeah.
It'll go over really well in your country.
It will really well.
Here, no one would think anything of it.
No, that's true. It's just like, well, there's a standard interaction.
Let that
go. Yeah. Okay. So, shall we move on to what's occurring?
Yes,
do you have any?
I do actually. Okay. So, we did actually, this has been one of our most popular episodes on the Animal Facts episode. Mm-hmm. Lots of views, lots of all the things. So So you brought up the pistol shrimp. So I've been going down the
Yeah.
pistol shrimp rabbit hole for this week. So ask Andy if he knows about pistol shrimp from watching that fucking god awful Jamie Foxx film Power, where humans have been infused with animal powers. And spoiler, it's revealed in the climax of the movie that Fox's power is pistol shrimp power. And he
Oh,
uses it as a
interesting.
Deo Ex Machina moment, i.e., the big CGI shite fest, explosion. Yeah,
I don't think I ever saw Par,
I think
so I don't think. But I know of it, but I don't think I ever watched
is
it.
it. I'm gonna watch it with the kids
I
because.
don't remember if it's the one I'm
And then
thinking
he
of.
also we got a fact. He said, or he might just know pistol shrimp anyway. I heard if a pistol shrimp punched a human hand, it would turn your bones into powder. And then I was
Oh
watching
yeah.
this video because I was like, well, wow, like, what does that even look like? So, like, these scientists, or not scientists, maybe some scientists, some people with cameras, like super high speed cameras, were like, because I guess, like, it's like, I was looking at a diagram of their pincher, and it's like they cock a gun basically. It like creates this like water bullet basically where it
Mm-hmm.
like slams its claw shut and this bullet like goes out and stuns the because they eat other shrimp. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Oh,
yeah, they're
carnivore. Mm-hmm.
cannibals, right? Wouldn't that be
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
cannibalization for does
Yeah, I suppose
shrimp
it would be.
call
Yeah.
it that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
um I'm sure there's another name for it in shrimp land, but
It's true.
uh so and when they that water bubble, it comes out so fast that it's like 4,000 degrees Celsius.
Oh,
I
interesting.
know. So it's like lava.
Wow.
I know.
Jeez, that
So
sucks.
I feel like we could just do a whole episode on these fucking crazy shrimp. So anyways, these guys got this camera set up that's like supposed to be able to like record very fast things in slow motion, and they were like, this is the most like high tech whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
they could barely, like, you could barely see them like shut their little claw. It's so fast, it's so fast.
That
I
rocks.
know.
Yeah, I.
And sorry, I'm interrupting you
Uh-huh.
because I'm
No,
so
it's
into this
right. Yeah.
topic. So then I was like, what other facts are interesting? And I guess like during World War II, the submarines were
Mm-hmm.
picking up on the that sound from the pistol shrimp, and they were like, what is that? And they were like, oh my god, no, it's these little shrimp. And so they were like having to train the sonar detectors, like they had to record the sound to train them
Oh, to
to
ignore
ignore that
that.
sound.
Jesus
I
Christ.
know.
That's
Isn't
nuts.
that?
Considering the size of them as
They're so
well. That's
little.
They really
So I
are.
mean,
Yeah.
everybody everybody matters, I guess.
It's true.
Even shrimp.
I'm, yeah, like it's interesting because I'm just thinking about it here, and I'm kind of like, oh, I didn't know about them.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a nature documentary, possibly, but yeah, as I say, they are very kind of metal in terms of insects,
I
so I feel like
think
it's
so too. And I just
right. So it's
love
the sort
like
of thing.
someone's writing the power script and they're like, okay, like what is this power going to be? And it's like, oh, I know, the pistol shrimp.
Pistol shrimp part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking, and I don't know whether I'm putting the horse before the cart here, but or wait, the cart before the horse is there is a roller derby team I think called the Pistol Shrimps or like something like that, and I
It's
wonder
so fucking
whether
metal.
that's when I yeah, so it kind of makes sense,
Yeah.
or a female basketball team or something like that. I can't remember, but I know there's some sort of sports team that I've called the Pistol Shrimps. Anyway, I love it. That's
Yeah.
great.
So thanks to our friend for sending that in.
Absolutely. Um, that's the other thing. Like, if the movie thing doesn't work out, we just go into
I
animals. Like,
know. I
apparently,
know.
we yeah, it's definitely worth considering. So, I have an Andy's down with the streets, and we can try this.
Okay.
And so I heard a word, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And I looked into it. It's not risque. I guess risque. It's definitely in the world of like. Yeah. Okay. So here's the word
Okay.
anyway, and we can see whether we're going to stick with this or
Okay.
not. The word is goon or gooning.
Gooning. Gooning. I feel like this has come up in the last like week for me.
Oh, really?
Gooning.
I just heard it for the first time and I was like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, okay.
I feel like I've heard this and I was like, oh, really? Okay, go ahead. I have no idea. I'm not going to make it.
It is essentially edging. So it is like, edging is in like waiting for a climax,
Oh, yes.
for
yes.
very, very long
I
period
did.
of time.
So I read an article about this on the Drudge.
Okay.
And gooning is basically like you'll watch porn for like 6 hours, but not orgasm.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So you're just like kind of like just like riding that like edge of
yeah.
almost
Yes,
there, but
yes.
not like kind of like you're about to sneeze, but not really, but for like 6 hours.
Yes.
So
who was it famously? It was like Sting, or I think it was Sting was supposed to be into tantric sex and was all about delaying the orgasms for like 6 hours. But it was just, very interesting. I've definitely heard of edging before, but I've never.
Who has time for this shit? I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know. But I do. It's always exciting for me when I hear a new word. But I'm kind of like, oh, okay. I'm like, I feel like we already had a word for that, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, I literally
nice.
read about it like last week, and I was like, huh, okay. What is that? And I was like, oh.
Okay, yeah. Interesting. So there you go.
And then someone was like, I'm going to call it this. And everyone's like, yeah, let's do that. I don't know.
So basically, now that I have that knowledge, all of you at home have that knowledge as well.
Yes.
I've cursed you with
Your ears are bleeding. Sorry.
Right? Sorry.
That was the worst Andy's down with the streets ever.
No. Yeah, the worst one ever. Thank you. Okay, so shall we move on to our topic?
Yes, sir.
Which is declutter our lives. I feel like I've been like, stalling to get to our topic today.
And I have
you and me both.
I have reasons for that. Yeah. So declutter. To remove clutter from a room, an area, etc. First used in 1950. I guess my question to you is, do you think it's like more an emotional thing or a physical thing?
Jeez, I think probably more emotional. Like, I think certainly whenever we talked about this, or whenever I mentioned the subject to you, I was thinking about it more in terms.
I think it was my idea, Andy.
It was your idea.
I'm kidding. I think it was you. I think it was me because I was looking at the board games behind you.
You did. I think you suggested it ages ago, and then I was like, "Oh, this would be a good one to pick up again now." So, is that I was thinking about it from an emotional point of view, as in that I always feel completely overwhelmed, and I want to not do that if possible.
Yeah.
And like, I have made plenty of attempts to do something about that, but it hasn't really kind of made any real difference whatsoever.
Yeah. So, well, it's interesting. I just kind of like, I was dinking around on the internet like we do, and or my mind palace, and so the internet, it's like it's all these like, here's this like, it's a theory, or it's like the Belgian way of doing things, or Marie Kondo, or like there's like all these like different Norwegian way to 4-box theory, and it's like I guess it's like, I feel like it's a little bit of self-help. There's so many ways you can clean, right?
Yeah.
And it's like almost kind of like finding, I don't know, like the right therapist, where it's like you have to go through all these different like modalities in order to find the thing that makes you want to get up and do the thing that needs to be done.
Yeah.
So it's hard, I guess. And little known fact, my sister is actually trained by Marie Kondo for the Kari.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. Was it what is it? The Kondomari? What is it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm aware of Marie Kondo on her show.
She was like lovely, and she had a Netflix show, and it's all about like letting go of things that don't bring you joy. If you look at it and you're like, it doesn't bring me joy, you let it go. And then she had kids and like was like, yeah, this doesn't work.
Yeah, I heard this. Yeah.
So, but like,
fair play to her for like walking back that position though. That I like that.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's like for the right people, it works for them, right?
Yes. Yes.
But I definitely think like it's definitely more emotional than it is physical.
I think that's true, and I think that the idea of like a kind of overarching sort of theory that will solve everything for everyone is nonsense. It's just about finding something that works for you.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, part of me is like, find the thing that works for you, and part of me is like, just get up and like do something for 5 minutes
Yep.
instead of being like, I got to do this and it's got to be an all day project or whatever. I'm just sitting in Harper's room. Speaking of decluttering, um, there are reasons I get migraines, and sitting here right now, like, you would die. You would die. I'm in the middle of
Really?
squalor and filth. I'm sure there are rats and like pixies living everywhere.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know, like, I kind of went a different direction away from thinking about stuff and more
Sure.
into like mental health, I guess.
Yes, I think I did too.
Okay.
Like, I think, like I think that's probably what
Twinsies.
twinsies. I think that's probably should be the thrust of the episode, since that's what we were both thinking. But I suppose before we do that, I think it would be worth asking: do you feel like you are good at getting rid of stuff, like that you don't, or do you feel like you hold on to things?
I think with physical things, I'm pretty good
Yeah.
at getting. I know what to keep, right? I know what's like sentimental. Like the side of my bed is cluttered right now, and I was looking at that, and I was like, oh, but like, I do
Yeah.
go through phases where, like, I cleaned out the medicine cabinet a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Because I was like, I have energy to do this. I'm just going to do it.
Yep.
We're here. Mike was like, oh, we're doing this. And I was like, hell yeah. And he was like, hell yeah. So,
Yeah. And I think that's it. It's just like taking those opportunities, and like I'm very much the same. Like I do, like obviously like I like collecting stuff, but I'm also fairly unsentimental about it. I feel like I go through calls whenever I have the energy and just kind of sell a ton of stuff or give stuff away to charities and things like that. But it can sometimes build, at least in my mind, a crisis point. I think I'd say for other people, because I remember like you seeing my garage last year and being like, oh, actually this isn't quite good order, and it's like, oh yeah, I suppose it is.
yeah, you had nothing in there.
Yes, not much.
No.
I mean, like, there's stuff, like stuff that you need, like tools and things, but not much.
And it's like,
And then, like, it's
Mike, like, you've seen his garage. It's got like
yes,
all the license plate from every car he ever
pristine.
had. It's
Yeah.
like in good order, but he's got
Captain Kirk poster.
yeah, right. He's got mementos. He's got like original like Nirvana Mudhoney poster
Yeah.
from like 1990 whatever, 1801. So he keeps like the mementos, but it's spotless always.
It is.
I would like a room with nothing in it. Just in case.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's kind of, I think, more I want some candles, a floor, maybe a place to put like a deck, like just, I don't need much. And
because we talked about that in relation to your like living room. You're like, I have this, and then this monster TV in the
this
wall.
fucking monster TV, it's huge. It's huge. It's like, I don't know, I think it's 10 feet long.
Yeah, it might be.
It's like at least 8. It's huge.
It's massive. But yeah. Yeah. So yes. So okay. No, I think that's good. I think we're mostly on the same page there. So yeah. So I think let's say then I think it's worth moving on. Maybe talking about the mental health side of it. Like, do you feel like, as I say, I feel like I really struggle with it, and I feel I really have a hard time identifying what should stay and what should go. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah. I also live in a house with like little people that are creating things all the time.
Yep.
And so, yeah, it's hard because what I think should stay and go doesn't necessarily align with the people I live with.
Fair.
Where like, I'm like, this windsock has been here for 6 months. And they're like, but I like looking at it. And I'm like, okay. Not that I'm like, I get it, right? They made it and they like looking at it and makes them feel pride. But like,
Sure.
I guess they want to put everything in their baby box. I also have a husband who comes from a family of like collectors of things. Andy stayed at some of his family's house.
Yep.
And like you've seen the level of
I have.
antiquing and collecting of things. It's quite something. There's
Is
very little floor
indeed.
space, I'll just say.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's used to like not having like there's always a piece of furniture right next to another piece of furniture. So it's like there's like no where to like if there's an alleyway that you can walk through, then
It's like, what do we put in here?
yeah, what do we fill it
Yeah,
with?
yeah.
And I'm like, nothing. And he's like, what? And I'm
Yeah.
like, nothing. So I guess
Yeah.
that's where. Whereas for me, I don't even know if I would put up art on the walls, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, and I've definitely done a little bit of it, but I'm like, not loads. And it's a massive project. Oftentimes when I have art that I want to put up, it's probably getting it framed as a year.
Yeah.
Getting it on the
Yes.
wall is maybe another year if you're lucky,
Yes.
you know. So
Yes.
and I always feel great when I get it done, but it's so rare.
Yeah. And I kind of gave up on like, because the kids like putting stuff up in their room and they like it framed. And like, when we've got like pictures of the moon landing framed and or like, where do you want to put it? And he was like, there. We're just like, put a nail in the wall and hang it. It's not, nothing in his room is straight. Because I don't care, you know? And he doesn't care. He's 8.
Hey, he's living the dream. That's the way he should be.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter
No.
at all. It does not matter. No, I love it.
So I think part of it is like living with other people is influences how I, you know.
Approach that.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I think that makes a ton of sense. How do you feel about the mental health side of that in terms of decluttering your life?
So that's a great question. I kind of was like, what things are in my brain that I want to like not have there, I guess, or like, so, you know, we talk about the negative self-talk a lot, and I was like, what do I not want to like cluttering my thoughts, right? So I wrote a list.
Okay.
Health issues.
Yeah.
Like my bad negative attitude. Just generally, I think I'm kind of like meh. Like I'm like a vulture, like one of those Disney vultures, like sitting at the top of the tree, like watching everybody, you know, like judging.
Yep.
And part of that is like, you know, I'm usually doing that from the perch of like laying down on my bed or the couch. It's, you know, I'm just, I think sometimes like other people, and that's not negative or positive, but that does clutter, you know, things, and that's just how it is, I guess.
100%. I think it's you know, I mean, for better or for worse, it's constant upkeep. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of output, you know, and you know, I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't change like all the friends I have. You know, they're so important to me, but it's definitely a lot of mental effort. You know, which can't not take real estate up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I just read an article yesterday that like loneliness can kill you, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Because we're such social creatures, like, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, and it's within my own life. I mean, I'm really, everything you said so far is really resonating with me. But like you know, people often are like remark to me, "Oh, you've got so many friends, and you've got so many, you know, and so on and so forth, and things like that." And I do. But like I also make an effort with them as best I can, but like it's a lot of work. Like it's really mentally it takes a lot of space in my brain to do that, and I don't regret it. And like I've had to by necessity. I think just kind of minimize. Like there's certain friends I hear from every couple of months or longer, or I'm in a group with them, which makes it a bit easier rather than like one-on-one chatting. You can just dip in and out more easily. So it's just, you know, about finding techniques to minimize that, but not to lose that connection.
Yeah.
You know?
I would also say, like, you're a good friend. You know?
Thank you.
You are. And you put, I don't know, like, you're one of my very best friends. And, like, there's never a day where I'm like, I don't feel like I can't just be like, Andy, complain,
Yes.
complain. Sorry. I keep
Not all.
like things are gonna shift. I promise.
No, I mean, whatever you need.
But like, you do put a lot of effort in, and I, I know it takes energy and effort, but I'm just gonna say thank you for everyone from all of our behalf for Andy. Like, we just everyone loves you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. I'll
He
take
looks
the
really
compliment.
uncomfortable right now,
I
everyone.
tell you the compliment as best I can, which is very pretty indeed. But yeah, thank you.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
it.
But yeah,
I had to fish out a fidget toy there
yeah.
to deal with that.
I haven't done. Okay, the last thing I wrote down was I need to declutter my boundaries.
Ooh, that's a
I
good
have
one.
so many fucking boundaries now because I've been like boundary, just to get
Uh-huh.
myself clear of like what I need to in order to just like try and get better and like be here for the kids and like try and figure out who I am like in this new space and time, whatever. But like I have so many boundaries, I need to declutter my boundaries a little bit and like
Mm-hmm,
be
mm-hmm,
like, okay,
mm-hmm.
like that one can go, and like I need to like create space to let stuff start coming back in a little bit. I think
Yeah,
I need to clutter more, maybe.
yeah, like but a healthy cluttering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I like it. It's interesting. Like, and it's something I think about a lot recently in terms of like what my boundaries are, and I sometimes think that I have none, but I do. They're just it's like there's areas in my life I could be better with them. There are areas that I think I do really well. Like I have probably some of the most extreme phone boundaries of anybody I know because like basically my phone I'm just not contactable most of the time because I just can't handle it. So I've had to. It's for my own like mental health. It just I think the constant when I had it, the constant chirping of it and the demand of it just was like this is making me insane
Mm-hmm.
and I can't handle this at all. Um, so I'm really kind of glad I have been able to kind of like detach myself from that, you know. But and I know it's not to everybody. All of the people who love me's, it's not their favorite thing that I'm so hard to get a hold of. But I can't. I'm not going to change that because it's just the other version of that is so significantly worse for me that it's just not worth it, you know. Um, but like I still feel like I struggle with I think I may have voiced this exact thought recently, which is like advocating for myself, you know, and like that's a whole lot of like self-worth stuff with me really because it's kind of like why am I advocating for this person that I despise currently, you know. It's kind of it's I feel like that's where a lot of that stuff comes from.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of the things that I do are like to keep, at least push the needle. Like exercise, seeing people, having activities,
Just
to push the needle into the positive direction. Yes, a little bit, but it's still like not much, and I still feel like I'm close to drowning most of the time.
mm-hmm.
Um, so like I find in space for all of that, which is like, even though it doesn't make a huge difference, it feels vital is really tough.
I really that hit hard.
Mm.
Like it's true. I feel like that sometimes too, where I don't make I don't take care of myself in a way that like if the kids were going through whatever, I would be like on it. But with me,
Yep.
I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not. And like I think part of it is it's exhausting, but part of it is like I don't know if I'm worth it.
I. Yep. I have very similar thoughts. Very
That
similar
hit
thoughts.
that hit, and it's like thank you for being honest because like yeah, I think a lot of people probably feel like that.
Yeah, I think so. And it sucks because it's like, you can get all the kind of external validation, or you can do. I mean, like, and I've done some work. I haven't done. I feel like I could be doing work on my mental health for the rest of my life, and it wouldn't be
You
enough.
will be doing that.
This is true. I
Yeah.
will be. I absolutely will be.
Yeah.
I have. I'll have to be. So it's like, but it's really tough to, as I say, you can get all the external validation, you can do all the work, and still like feel like the biggest piece of shit on the planet.
Yeah.
Frequently,
Yeah.
you know, and I sometimes, and taking it back to kind of like our topic, like I sometimes wonder in terms of like the clutter that I have in my life, how much I keep it cluttered, so I don't have to think about that as often, you know,
Yes.
or face that kind of like grim reality. I don't know, you know.
And it's like I've thought about this, like, you know, because I've had to really like, you know, I don't know if I'm lonely, but I'd spend a lot of time by myself.
Yeah.
But I also, you know, it's like I'm I have these two little people. They're at camp right now, but you know, it's like they like Mike laid down last night and he's like, they're fucking vampires. And I'm like, I know, right? Like, we love them so much, but they suck. It's not just energy, it's like they suck the life force, everything.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. It's like they're kids, you know, that's what they're supposed to be like that. And we're supposed to, you know, it's just how it is, right? But
It's true.
like, I wonder if you, like, I wonder what it would be like for you if you, like, I don't know, just like didn't have anything for a week, right? And you were home.
Like
You're like, that's impossible. I know.
I just don't know. I mean, it's one of the reasons why holidays are so
I
important to me.
know.
And
But you like have
because,
to
like,
leave in order to relax.
I do. I truly do. Like, it's something that Katie and I have talked about recently, where she's like, how would you feel if you were just like to sit down and like I was to look after you all day? And I'm like, I don't know how I could do that. I would really struggle with it. I would really struggle not to be like, can I help?
Yeah.
Can I do, you know, blah, blah,
You're
blah.
like, I'd have to like have 105-degree fever.
Yeah, exactly. I would have to be literally struck down, and I would still probably feel like I wanted to help, you know. So, you know, it's just, and so yeah, and I think that is the other thing about it, is that like I do kind of want more time, and I want more time to do other things that are important to me, but like again, I'm fearful of what that quiet time will look like, you know.
And I wonder, like, what would, yeah, I guess, what good could come from that, you know?
Well, this is it, and I mean, like, you know, and it's been a constant refrain and something that we've talked about certainly for, and I think probably, yeah, for both of us, where it's like we both kind of want to scratch those creative itches a bit more, but it's like, how do you find space for that? And I've always struggled, certainly, like, for me, it seems like the creative part of my brain lives very close to the kind of negative sort of self-talk part of my brain.
Yes.
It feels like they're intertwined. So it's like, you know, it feels like a dangerous thing to do sometimes, you know. I like, don't get me wrong, I can get in a flow state. I can do, like, you know, even talking about the D&D earlier, there's something engaging about that in a way that once I get into it, I'm like, I really love this, and it's just satisfying to me in a way that few other things are. But it is, you know, I'm so close to the void when I'm doing it a lot of the time, you know.
I don't know the last time I was in the flow state. I don't remember. Like, Harper is always in, my daughter, she's always in the flow state.
I so envy kids in that regard.
Yeah.
Like, and I think,
like, does watching TV count? Like, if you're
yeah,
watching a
think it
movie
can.
or like a show that you really enjoy and you're just like in it, immersed in it.
I think so.
Okay.
And like, I think I get into a flow state with video games sometimes
Okay.
as well. I think I've gotten into flow states with books as well. I think it's very possible to have. It's just that relationship with creativity, I think, can be really good. You know, and like I feel like a lot of the time taking that stuff in is kind of like, I think you kind of need to absorb that stuff to kind of like recharge your kind of creative batteries. Certainly, that's how I found it. You know.
Yeah. So I was reading, I think I wrote it down. There was a competition, maybe I didn't. Anyways, it doesn't matter. There was a competition in Hong Kong. It's every year, and it's basically like, I'm gonna get this completely wrong. I thought I wrote it down. Beth Merton, you did not. Anyways, there's a competition in Hong Kong where you the person who does the least basically for 90 minutes wins.
Oh,
Have you heard about this?
uh-huh.
So it's like it's kind of like you can't you go to this place and I think he did it in the mall in Hong Kong, and it's basically you can't check your phone, you can't sleep, you just have to basically just sit there for 90 minutes, and they come around every 15 minutes to check your heart rate, and like so but like you see the person walking up to you, and so you start like your heart rate starts increasing, and so
Uh-huh.
this guy won the competition this year, and it's basically, especially in a place like Hong Kong that's so busy, right? Like, how do you just sit and do nothing for 90 minutes? And like, what is it? What are the benefits of that? And like, and the
It's
competitive side of me is like, okay, if it was a competition, then I could do it.
This is the thing. So I've looked it up. It's called the Space Out competition,
That's it.
and the participants must do nothing for 90 minutes, with judges measuring their heartbeats in between. I feel like
I feel like you should find
that
something
would,
like that.
yeah. I mean, like, I feel like that would reward people who've like meditated and things like that,
Yes,
because if you're good at meditating, just meditate for 90
I
minutes.
know.
It's like it's all good.
Yeah.
That
So you
rocks.
can cheat.
Yeah, like you,
But it's like
you could
it's
just
also like
cheat.
it's teaching people who maybe don't meditate how to get there, I guess.
Well, this is also true. It feels like a sort of like a modern sort of like
You
it
don't say
is.
meditate, but you space out.
It's true. It is, yeah, exactly. You're not meditating, you're spacing out,
Right.
and it is always kind of funny where it's
In your
like,
tactical best.
yeah, how do we engage humans with this? Make it competitive meditation. Okay, cool. It's like I remember talking to a friend, and he was like, you know, he knew I was into yoga, and he's like, yeah, I've done yoga, I don't like it, and then I was like, have you heard about this competitive yoga? And he goes, ooh.
It's true
now
though. It's
now I'm
true.
interested.
It's
And I'm
true.
like, oh my god, freaking humans, like, get it together.
It's either like me versus everyone, or it's like the people that are like, it's always me versus me. I'm the one that I'm like, trying to be the better version that I was before. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't, like, I don't want to
Yeah, just
track that.
no. This is also very true. I don't track that
I don't
either.
want to track that.
Though I did. I think I told you before. Like, I did like a mental health. I mean, it's a different thing, but I did a mental health diary, and I was like, "This is gonna be fucking dire reading." And I was like, I went back and I was like, there was some serious whips for sure, really bad ones, but by and large, more positive than negative than I would have kind of thought.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good, Andy.
I mean, like, I don't know if that's. I don't know. My brain does not believe that to be true, even though it's seen factual evidence. But there you
Do you
go.
like scientific studies and research?
It's like fucking fire that in the
I
bin. My
know.
brain's like, no, that's not my experience, you motherfucker. Um, I like. I think the other thing, I don't know how much we've talked about our subject. It's fine. I think we kind of have. We've talked around it anyway. Because like our aim was to declutter our lives, and I have no idea how to do it, and I don't think you do either.
I think it's like I don't. I'm giving
Maybe
us
I'm wrong.
permission to not, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense. And just kind of, I suppose, embrace the life that we do have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna do the annoying thing and tell you all the health benefits of decluttering, but like I'm trying
Hmm.
to think of it from like an emotional health,
Okay.
like decluttering the mental shit
Hmm.
way. So untidy environments often increase stress for most people. Being in my daughter's room, I'm feeling like I want to put everything in garbage bags right now in a
Sure.
fit of rage, and love.
Just like
So
pick up the room and just tip it all out into
kind of.
a
Oh my
dumpster.
god. Oh my god. I'm just like figuring out how that would look like
How you
in
could
like
do that,
magic world,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like it lowers your stress hormone cortisol, and they're all like, we asked women about cleaning your houses, and I'm like, what about men? Whatever. um, right, so better
Oh my
focus.
god.
Clutter makes it more difficult for you to find what you need. It may distract you. Getting rid of visual clutter can help you focus better on any task at hand. Higher self-esteem. When you have trouble staying organized, you might feel out of control. Improving your living space can restore feelings of competency and pride. Better relationships. You know, controlling clutter in the household makes things easier. You can invite friends in if it's clean, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Lower risk of asthma and allergies.
That's a good
I'm
point.
probably getting cancer sitting in this room. Uh, Improve lifestyle and well-being. It's easier to prepare healthy meals in an orderly kitchen. And most people sleep better in a neat room with a tidy bed. Which I
That
don't know
makes
if I
sense.
agree with all these, actually.
No, there's some good stuff in there though. I think, and like I do like. I mean, I think the feedback I've had in my house in the past is that it's pretty tidy for a boy, and I'm like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take that
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
For a guy, pretty tidy. I'm like, okay, cool, it's good, because like so many guys are just not so many guys. That's unfair. Right? Not a lot of the guys that I know, but I have certainly encountered guys where I'm like, how do you live?
Yeah.
How do you live like
Yep.
this? This is insane.
Yep.
And you knew I was coming around here, and this is the and like I don't expect people to clean for me or anything like that, but sometimes you're just like, Jesus Christ.
I need to sit down. Is there anywhere?
Yes. Yeah. I think like
How old is that pizza?
A housemate that I used to live with, there was 6 of us in the house, and he never cleaned his room. So two things that were notable were, one day we came home from class and we like opened the main door to the house, and the house stank. It was just so disgusting, and we were like, what's going on? Why does the house smell so bad? He had left the door to his room open. Right? He cleaned his room once that whole year, and we had a party to celebrate.
Oh
in
my
his
gosh.
tiny room.
Oh my gosh. So I worked at a college where they had like an apartment complex, and like it was like there was no summer, there was a summer break, and then I would take on all of the dorms and apartments and rent them out. And there was this girl, everyone called her Squirrel Girl. So bad.
Wow, okay.
And she loved squirrels, and it was like her thing, and she wore a squirrel hat around campus. And we realized at the end of the year she had been letting them in her apartment to live there. Mm-hmm. And it was like the whole thing was like a squirrel nest. And my head of maintenance was like, you got to get down here, like I can't look at this by myself, kind of thing. And I'm like, really? Okay. And I was like, holy moly. So I think for her that made her feel like happy, and like that was like the environment that she wanted to create for herself, to live in a place with squirrels.
I mean,
so it's a choice, right? And like, is that better for her mental health or worse for her mental health? I don't know. I would probably say for her it might have been better. Don't know.
I was thinking like,
do I want to live with squirrels? Absolutely.
Yeah, this is true. I think that like especially like a shared somewhere where you're in a building where you're wall to wall with other people.
Yeah.
You maybe have to make some tough calls in terms of like how many squirrels live in my room.
Yeah.
But I do get it, and life is tough, and whatever you need to do to make life slightly easier, I understand. That's a funny one. I really kind of want to see what that room looks like. Yeah, I have like other, say, I think that maybe rather than thinking about it as a decluttering thing, thinking about it as a restructuring thing.
And it's like,
because
you go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, I was going to say, because I think like certainly, creative stuff's really important to me, and I really kind of want to make more time for it, and I want it to be built in a way where it feels more natural for me. And like, don't get me wrong, there are still things that I do, including this podcast, that really do scratch that itch. But I feel like that is part of me that has always felt like it's never been completely not utilized to my satisfaction. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
And I want to be doing more with it, and I want to kind of craft time for it. But like, I don't want to do that at the expense of spending. Like, I barely see most of my friends anyway. So it's like I don't want to lose any of them. I don't want to make any cuts in that way. So it's just about, I don't know, see what else can go. I just need to like, I wish I didn't have to earn fucking money.
It's for reals.
It's the pits.
Yeah.
The absolute pits.
Yeah.
And yeah, so anyway, that's boo to money. Anyway. Boo. Any other thoughts?
I mean, I was like, okay, like if I declutter some of this like negative stuff, like, what do I fill it back with? And like a lot of it was just like stuff I'm already kind of like doing,
Yeah.
just less with like, but with in like no like way like I haven't done, like I do these adult paint by numbers and I haven't done one in
Uh-huh.
for like since I did Charlie's dino painting. So it's like it's there. I could be watching a show while I do that, or like, reading, being outside.
And
I'd like to be by the ocean more. So it's less like, I guess, concrete stuff and more just like life, I guess.
sure. And I think it's just about like not putting pressure on that looking a certain way, right? Because I think it's really easy to do that, and then you make yourself more fucking miserable, you
Well,
know.
and it's like, I kind of like, I was telling Andy I had a migraine Friday. It was so bad. I was in this like I was in another world. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, like sitting in the dark, and every so often I'd be like, can I just look at my phone and try and take my mind off of this? And it was like, no, like you can't, you got to be here. And then it was like, just look at, this person that you've been stalking online or whatever. And my brain was like, no, like shove that shit out. Like you have to be
Mm-hmm.
here
Mm-hmm.
now. And I think part of it too is like, and then I was, you know, as I was like in this headache hellhole, I was like, I'm like comparing myself to other people all the time. And I think that's part of what is cluttering, is like looking and
Yeah.
comparing what we're doing with what other people are doing and what I'm capable
Oh,
of doing and what other people, it's like I can't do that.
no.
Um
I,
and
I
nor do I
think so
want to,
much.
honestly.
I don't think anybody does, but I think it's so much of like society and so many of the conveniences, I guess, of society really force you to do it.
Yeah.
Like, and advertising and all
Live
those
your
things,
live your
it's
life and do
a
this
nightmare.
and take 3 steps into your destiny, and I'm like, I can literally not. I don't know if I'm leaving the
Yeah.
house today.
Yeah. And that's something, and that's sometimes that's just how what the day is going to be
Yeah.
like, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think just
Yeah.
kind of like really like I'm living at kind of like, I don't know, a base level of
Yeah.
just like, okay, I bathed. Yes.
Yeah.
Took the dog for a walk. Didn't take the dog for a
Yeah.
walk. Took her for a car ride instead, right?
And that's fine.
And
Do you know
she's
what I mean?
just as
And I think
excited and
yes,
annoying.
yes, he gets going. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah! Does she put her head out the window?
She
Does
doesn't, but she whistle tones at her nose.
yes, you told me about that. Yeah, so sweet. I
She's
love
a
it.
lovey. It's
Okay.
like, I guess,
Any
yeah. I
last?
mean, just like, I don't know. I'm kind of coming out of this just being like, it's okay to be where you're at.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Like, you don't need to declutter.
it's true. Hell yeah, we're all over it. We're living the
Don't do
dream.
shit.
Yeah, exactly. All right, perfect. What a conclusion. Who knew? Who knew this is where we'd
We're
ended
doing
up?
great.
Yes, we are. Okay, I love it. Okay, what a way to end this topic. So, Beth, in that case, we'll move on to our last week's section. What's been bringing you joy?
The like I couldn't see the kids for like Friday, Saturday, and most of
Uh-huh.
yesterday because I was just headache. And then like the kids, I could see that they were scared and worried, and I'm like barfing, and like it was just rough. And they noticed things like when they were little, they didn't notice when I was not feeling well, and now I like could see the fear on Harper's face, and I'm just like fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So like feeling better now, coming down, feeling better, and like just be like last night I did tuck-ins with them,
Mm-hmm.
and they were so excited, and I'm just like hugging them, and like I'm just like I have the best kids. I'm so grateful for
Mm-hmm.
them. They're kind. They were
Sure.
bringing me water, checking on me, leaving me alone. Mike ran his ass off taking them to Legoland and this safari park this weekend just to keep them out of the house, and like
Yeah.
just hugging them and like
Yeah.
loving them, and they love me back, and I just love hugging my children. That's what
That
brought
rocks.
me joy.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
That's a great one. Um, so I talked about it a little bit last week, but I finished the RoboCop documentary,
Ooh.
RoboDoc.
Mm-hmm.
It's like completely insane. It's about 6 hours of content. No, yeah, 6 hours of content.
Okay.
Right?
That's like right. I'm gonna probably hit that.
it rocks.
Okay.
It's so in depth and it's so fascinating, and it has interviews with everybody you'd want to be interviewed, and like sounds like it was such a fraught production. Like Peter Weller sounds like a maniac. He's interviewed in it, and just like things that they like just asides where they're like
he played RoboCop, right?
He played RoboCop, yeah. And they're just like, oh yeah, Peter was a real pussy hound. Like you would just like be walking past his Winnebago and the thing would be rocking,
Ew.
and it's like, whoa.
Was he wearing the suit? Ew.
I hope not. I mean, like it wouldn't surprise me. And he's a maniac. Like he's interviewed as well, and he's a complete maniac. And they talk about there's a story like he denies, says it's not true, but one of the prop guys, they were about to film a scene, and Peter Weller, like basically whenever he was in the RoboCop makeup or outfit, was like, I'm RoboCop, I'm not Peter. So he would like just not
method acting as RoboCop, ignoring them.
And yes, and then near one of the end bits, one of this prop guy had like was about to give him his pistol for a scene, and he also happened to have like this stack of Oreos that I guess he was going to eat directly afterwards, and he goes to hand him the pistol, and Peter Weller as RoboCop goes, Robo wants Oreo, and then he's like, well no Peter, we need to film the scene, then you can have an Oreo, because he refused to call him Robo, but he wanted everybody to call him Robo, and he goes, Robo wants Oreo, and then apparently just started screaming Robo wants Oreo everywhere. So then the prop guy,
how can you make that in a Halloween costume?
Right, stared him in the face, took the stack of Oreos about 4 and just put them all in his mouth. Constant, like he ate them in front of him, and then he just flipped out. Right, it's so good. It's filled with stories like that, so it's very, very good. Highly recommend it.
What's it?
I do love whenever those things are well done. They're unbeatable, really.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so that's been bringing me joy this week. So yeah, I think we've come to the end of our episode. So Beth, can you let everybody know where they can find us?
Apparently TikTok right now. That's where we're hot. So
okay.
I know. Or not at all. But you can find us at bendypodcast.com. We're gonna be talking about movies more. Do we want to say this?
Yeah, I mean we talked about it a little bit last week.
So we're gonna be like transitioning a little bit more into like, because we do this anyway, we just talk about movies, so let's just go there. So if anyone has recommendations for like movies that are not newer but like that are worth a rewatch.
Yes. So things either maybe from our youth or from your youth.
Yeah.
Your youth?
Youth?
Who knows?
Yes. Sound like you're a New Yorker. Youth.
I do, yeah. So like, you know, anything that you think, like, you wonder what this would be like to revisit. You have fond memories of it from your youth, and you know we'll give it a spin and we'll see. We'll see.
We're starting a list. So if you wanna hear our commentary.
Out of the list.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. And now we've come to the end of our episode, and I don't know what just happened there. I was like, did I get away with that?
I know.
No, I did not. Is the answer to that question? All right, we've reached the end of our episode, folks, and as always, we'd like to remind you to
Bendy.
Nice. Pull it back in the end there.
All right, love you guys.
Love you. Bye.